Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another crazy, disturbing episode of Surviving Diddy Glover. We're surviving Diddy Glover, guys. Make sure when y'all come in the building, first thing y'all need to do is smash that like button. We are back and we are surviving Diddy Glover. This is hilarious. Salute to Lady D. D Dot in the building. D Dot, I cannot believe this, man. I cannot believe Diddy Glover. As much as I want to say to myself, Diddy Glover should be somewhere sitting down, minding his business, packing up, getting ready to leave the planet. But instead, you are upset because everybody, this is just my opinion, Diddy, everybody else is getting attention and you are not getting the right attention that you want to get. That's the only thing that I can see why that you would do something like this. So I'm letting everybody know, soon as y'all come in the building, I appreciate all y'all. Smash that like button. We are surviving Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? And this man, I got the receipts for you too, Diddy. I have the receipts because you got to make me understand on why you are trying to allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, Diddy, that you are trying to sue, that you're threatening to sue Monique and her husband for the stuff she said in this interview with Club Shay Shay. And all I can say is the fact that Jay-Z didn't give you a shout out at the Grammys. You were already upset about that. Making threats that you're going to expose the industry because you don't want to go down by yourself. So now you want to go after Monique and go after her daddy? You want to go after Monique and her daddy? Surviving Diddy Glover. So of course, Diddy, you can't get mad at me, dude, because I'm going to react to this, okay? Because I believe that you are miserable, you are depressed, you looking real old and real Lethal Weapon-like. You know what I'm saying? Where's Mel Gibson at? Somebody call Mel Gibson and get Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? Because Monique, I had to read between the lines. So now Diddy is saying that Monique used to come to his parties. Monique and her peanut head husband. And I'm not going to lie, Monique, this is not no shot at your husband. I know you get mad when people talk about your daddy, but he does have a peanut head. He does have a peanut head. I cannot lie. But he's a good daddy. He was like a father figure to you and your lover and your best friend, all of that, Monique. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you feel. If you want to call your man your daddy, then that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I feel comfortable for like a woman calling me daddy? I mean, if my lady called me Big Daddy and stuff like that here and there, but like daddy every minute, or if she was like younger than me, like if you like in your mid 25s and early 30s and you walk around, daddy, you know what a remote control is? Daddy, is it okay if I go to the store and get a box of blunts? I'm like, no, that's too much because I got two daughters. So I don't feel comfortable with a woman calling me daddy. You know what I mean? And my lady don't call me that type of shit anyway. You know what I mean? But anyway, but it's to each his own because I feel like that's a respect that she has, you know what I mean, with her man. You got to earn that. For a woman to call you daddy, you got to be. So he's saying the right thing to Monique. He's giving her the right pecker salad sandwich to make her want to call him daddy. That's her business. But how can you say, Diddy, that she stole? She went on Shay Shay. This is what Diddy's saying, guys. Smash that like button. We got 200 people in the building. Diddy is threatening to sue Monique and her husband for stealing his trademark. His daddy trademark. You never said nothing about Monique calling her husband daddy until now, Diddy. Now, Jay-Z didn't give you a shout out on the Grammys. You're mad at him. Now you want to expose his freaky stuff. And then now they got this thing out, Young Miami or whatever. Y'all remember that girl that say, all I want to do, take your money. All I want to do, Take your money. I fly like a Panhamati. When you come around, hey, I'll make them all day. I get one down every second in there. I fly. That girl got something going on with Jay-Z right now. Shout out to Tisa Tells. I didn't look at it yet, but I will react to it. But it's something going on with her with Jay-Z. That's why I knew once Jay-Z spoke out against the Grammys, allegedly pretending to defend Beyonce, to disassociate himself with Diddy. Now there's lawsuits that's coming out against Jay-Z and his hairstyle. Jay-Z, I'm sorry, you in the hair, you speaking out like that, all that's going to do, now the masses, they sending people to come for you. You know what I mean? But far as you, Diddy, you're saying that Monique and her husband stole your daddy trademark. Now, we know you love to call grown men daddy. We saw you hovering over Meek Mills when he was in the swimming pool and you was just standing over him talking about, oh yeah, daddy, I just love how you holding on the railing, daddy. Oh, daddy, let the water just go down the crack of your ass. Go, daddy, I want you to swim. You was kept calling Meek Mills daddy every 5 minutes. And Meek Mills was looking up at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not your father. Maury Povich even came out and said, Diddy, you're not the father. He's not the father. You know what I'm saying? But how could you say that Monique and her husband stole your trademark from Daddy's house? How? You changed your name 100 times, Diddy Glover. Surviving Diddy Glover. You called yourself Puffy. Then you called yourself Puff Daddy. Okay, so Puff Daddy. Oh, damn. Okay, so you could try to use Puff Daddy and Diddy's house. And you said Monique mentioned the parties, but Monique and her husband allegedly came to your party and you told Monique and her husband in a conversation about Daddy's house and something else, and you trademarked Daddy, and you feel like Monique was on an interview talking about the party that she went to, the secret parties, but never and just stole your idea. Diddy, right now you're desperate. You're desperate for attention, and you're trying to do anything to get on everybody's good side. Monique only said something about the party. Now, you know what? I did check it, Diddy. Monique did mention something about the party on here, but she been calling her husband her father. She been calling her father daddy. Surviving Monique calling her husband daddy. But she didn't steal that from you. She been calling her husband daddy. Monique even came out and explained why she calls her husband daddy. And now Diddy's trying to claim that Monique came to one of his parties. He didn't say a freak off, but he said that they was at a party and she heard him saying about Daddy's house and some other ideas that Diddy had coming out with Daddy connected to it, and she stole his trademark. And by using it on the Shay Shay show, which she got like 4 million views on there, so she's pretty much stealing his ideas by calling her husband Daddy. You are desperate and you are looking real old, Diddy. You looking like 100 and something years. Matter of fact, you are 100 and something years old, but you look older than the way you look. Even Danny Glover's daughter came out and said she confused you with her father. Danny Glover's daughter thought that you was her dad. Diddy Glover, you need to sit down somewhere because you looking real desperate out here, guys. But let me show y'all. Smash that like button. We got 400 people in the building. Diddy is allegedly trying to sue Monique, saying that she stole Daddy from him. Do y'all hear how stupid that sound? That this man is that desperate saying she stole his daddy idea? You a cornball, dude. You really are. And every time that we are surviving Diddy Glover, y'all know that it's very, very, very important that we must meditate as we survive Diddy Glover. So I prepared a meditation. I prepared a meditation before I bring the receipts. Okay, every breath you take, every move you make, every single breath, every step I take, I'll be trolling you. Every move you make. When you look at Diddy's face, he looked like Danny Glover, and he's a lonely brother. I'll be watching you. You got to meditate because when you surviving Diddy Glover, it gets real. But listen, Monique mentions the party in here though, Diddy. I did make sure I did that because you did say, listen to Monique talk about the party, but she never mentioned that secret party was at your house, that it was your party. But Monique said it was a party she threw. and she allegedly stole your ideas, her and her peanut head husband. This is just crazy, guys. When she been calling her husband daddy. But let's listen to Monique so we can hear what motherfucking when she talks about the party. I did hear her talk about the party, but she been calling her husband daddy. She been doing that.
And when my baby Cat Williams sat here and said no one's ever gone out to LA and got a sitcom like that, I was in LA for 3 months. And here comes a show called The Parkers. And there we go from there. It took off from there. So I think that when people say if it was so bad, you mature. You begin to understand what you're dealing with.
Right.
You begin to understand what you're in the midst of. And once you understand it is when you can speak on it.
Right.
But before you really know what you're looking at, how do you speak on that?
Right.
Because when you first walk in the door of Hollywood, you have everybody telling you, oh my goodness, you're going to be amazing. Oh my goodness, this is going to be incredible. Well, that's all you know.
That it?
And that's what you was telling her, Diddy. She said when she walked into Hollywood, everybody's telling you, you're going to be incredible. You're going to be a sensation. You're going to be awesome. You was the same person saying that. Now you want to turn your back on Monique and try to say she stole your idea? Her and her husband stole daddy from you. Why didn't you say when everybody thought it was awkward as hell when Monique was calling her man daddy and it went viral before, you never said nothing about it, did he? Diddy Glover, you never said nothing about it before. You're just trying to get attention. If you go to a judge, Diddy, after all the stuff that you allegedly stole from other motherfuckers, I'm talking about publishing, all kinds of stuff. You done stole people's soul, Diddy. And you think a judge is going to fucking award you for saying Monique stole your daddy trademark? It doesn't even make sense, Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We are surviving Diddy Glover. I couldn't even get it. I said, okay, Puff Daddy. Then he had Daddy's House. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she mentioned it on this platform, now you saying that Monique stole your trademark. You know what I mean? And she never mentioned that she was at the party and the party was your house. And you told her what you was going to do at the party. And then she took your daddy line, her and her husband, and just ran with it. But listen to Monique talk about the party. I will say that. Salute to the 700 people in the building. I need you guys to smash that like button. We are surviving Diddy Glover.
That's all you know.
Yes.
But you're so happy to be here.
Yes.
And you're like, okay.
When I listen to your story, you say dirt poor.
Yes.
Bathroom outside.
Yes.
It was, we had to make it work however we can make it work.
Correct.
And then you get that first big check.
Yes.
And you think the people that gave it to you was awesome because they gave it to you. And it's more money than you've ever seen before until you find out this ain't the right money. This ain't the right amount. Wait a minute. If they got this, why am I getting this? Then you start putting the pieces together and you start saying it's not right and I'm going to speak about it. See, when I saw Taraji broken on those platforms, it was painful to watch. However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer when I was doing the Monique show.
Now, she stood up for Taraji. She stood up for everybody else. So Diddy Glover, this is what I want to know, right? When Monique was crying out for help, saying that she wasn't getting her money and getting her just due, and they was paying her in food stamps, paying her in money orders, putting her in trailers with flying bed bugs, why didn't you stand up for Monique then, Diddy? Why didn't you stand up for Monique? Surviving Diddy Glover. You didn't have the same energy when Monique needed your help. Tyler Perry, all of them. So Monique is getting her chance to shine, and you're trying to steal her shine by saying that she's trying to steal your trademarks. Who wants your trademarks, Diddy? Nobody want to be connected to you. You are bored. You know, if you're going to sue somebody, sue me, goddammit. I don't care because I ain't got no motherfucking money. You know how many times I done been sued by landlords before? I say, look, send me to the credit bureau. That shit don't bother me if motherfucker threaten to sue me, because I'll be like, I'm already there, goddammit. Send me on to the credit bureau, because I'm already over that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? But Diddy, how could you even dare to try to go at Monique right now? Salute to everybody sending the super chats. I apologize because I ain't seeing them coming through, but I'm seeing them coming through. Y'all got to smash that like button, guys. We are surviving Diddy Glover. Diddy Glover is mad at Jay-Z because he didn't get a shout out, and he threatened to expose the industry. Now you trying to clout chase off of Monique's interview. You see DL Hughley in his birthmark. DL went off. DL, his dreads, everything. DL Hughley is pissed. And now you are trying to come out now, Diddy? So you had D.L. Hughley and his dreads, and we were surviving D.L. Hughley's birthmark last night because he responded to Monique. Now you want to say something, and all Monique mentioned was the party. So when you did say Monique came to the party, that doesn't mean that she stole your trademark. She been calling her man daddy. And people keep thinking, oh, because Monique called her man her daddy. And like D.L. Hughley said last night that her husband takes all her money. Let me tell you something, dude. Monique, I guarantee you, Monique can fight. Okay, you can look at Monique and tell that she can fight. She will whoop her husband's peanut head ass. Monique can be her husband. I know for a fact. Y'all didn't think that Solange could beat Jay-Z. She proved that shit on the elevator. Monique can be her husband. One of Monique's arms is bigger than her husband's whole entire body. Okay? When you got a woman, like a plus-size woman that you make call you daddy, it's like you had to earn that to get that. You know what I'm saying? Monique is not no punk at all. You know what I mean? Just because she called her man her daddy, that's some shit that he earned from her. But imagine if he get Monique upset or break her heart. I guarantee you she'll snap that motherfucker in half like a Slim Jim. Surviving Monique snapping her husband in half like a Slim Jim. She wouldn't call him daddy no more. He would be calling the motherfucker police. He'll be calling her daddy. You know what I'm saying? But for you to say she came to your party and stole your ideas and then ran on Shay Shay, you had nothing to do with it. She was trying to expose other things going on in Hollywood. You never stuck up for her, did he? You didn't stick up for anyone. All you wanted to do was motherfucker party. That was it. Look, just come to my house. I know that Hollywood doing you wrong, but just come to my house and just party with me. Come into my house and get butt naked and just party with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm sending gifts, I'm sending dildos. French Montana over there in the kitchen with his shirt off. Come on, just come party with us. That's all you wanted to do. Even when Fabulous kept telling you, look, I already partied. Like I'm tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. God damn it. And you just kept saying, no, just a different party. Like just come hold me real fast. I just want to love on everybody. And now you trying to get the love back, but now you clout chase. Yo, this is crazy, guys. We are surviving Diddy Glover. But listen to Monique talk about the party. She did mention the party, though. Did I give you that?
And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said, Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. And the next time never comes. And then you see our sister, broken, sitting on those platforms. Now, when I said it,
why didn't it get the traction when you said it that when she said it? Now all of a sudden everybody is coming, and I don't have a problem. I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons.
Answer that, Diddy. Why wasn't you saying that she was stealing your trademark when she first came out calling her husband daddy and she was talking about being blackballed in Hollywood? Why you ain't say nothing then? Now all of a sudden she stole your trademark? Surviving Diddy Glover.
That's why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman.
There you go. You told Monique that she should have been grateful to get invited to the party because she's a big, fat, ashy black woman. That's what she just said. Listen, I made sure when Diddy Glover talking about he going to sue Monique, salute to the 1,100 people in the building. We have 1,100 people in the building right now, and we are surviving Diddy Glover. Diddy Glover, she's talking about the party right now. She's talking about the party, but you trying to say she stole your trademark. Her and her peanut head husband sat down with you at the party. She mentioned the party, but she never stole that. Monique been calling her husband daddy, calling her husband her father. That's how New York girls be. They be like, that ain't. I be like, do you mean that's your dad? She be like, no, that's my father. New York girls got fathers. They don't got daddies or dad or that's my father. You know what I'm saying? But she talks about the party right here, and y'all didn't even want her at the party, did he?
over a decade ago. Why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big fat black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they.
See, and that's the whole thing. She never mentioned your name, did he? She mentioned the party, and they got mad at Monique and blackballed her because when Monique spoke out what was going on in Hollywood, she said names. She didn't just say they. You know what I mean? If you say a name of those powerful people, you're automatically getting blackballed. See, I'm already knowing they're going to blackball me anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming in straight from the ghetto. You know what I'm I come from Jamaica, world and tour, Spring Bend Kitchen, pretty baby shore, on the door, people on the chest bed the show, come out from the sing run. You know what I'm talking about? Mikey, watch on the run. Come from Jamaica, world and tour, Spring Kitchen, pretty baby shore. I come from that, dude. So I'm not worrying about being blackballed. But Monique was calling this shit out, Diddy. Only thing she said was about the party. And y'all didn't want to invite her to the party. And you're claiming she stole your trademark. Her and her peanut head husband at the party. When she been calling him daddy. You know, you don't even call yourself daddy no more. You call other men daddy. Diddy? Surviving Diddy calling people daddy. And then claiming Monique stole it. Oh man, this is funny, dude. You are really trying to get back in the spotlight, and this is not going to work for you. You got mad that you didn't go. Diddy ain't want to go. No, who was it? Jay-Z didn't want to go to the brunch with you. Told you, look, I already ate. I stopped down there at the Sheets and got me a sub. I don't want to go with you and Clive Davis. You know, and you mad because he ain't mentioned you at the Grammys to give you a shout out at a time like this. And now Monique went up there and never mentioned that you were the person who party that she was at. But she said right here that y'all didn't want her at the party anyway, did he? And you was probably butt naked, gagged with a tennis ball in your mouth in another room. When they was out there doing Monique dirty, motherfucker, you was in another room with a tennis ball in your mouth, probably tied up. You know, the freaky shit that go on in parties and shit. Did he somewhere with a tennis ball in his mouth with the thing, with the Mortal Kombat mask? Them being getting urinated on probably, allegedly. Who knows what was going on in them motherfucking rooms? And you claim her and her husband is sitting there and they stole your style and you talked to her at the party and she stole your daddy trademark. Everybody thought it was awkward that she was calling her husband daddy. That's why it went viral. I'm just like, why didn't Diddy talk about this before? If you felt like she was stealing and he was stealing your daddy trademark. You don't own daddy, but now you're trying to say you trademarked it, that you got it copyrighted. When did you ever say that you copyrighted daddy, Diddy? You know what I'm talking about? You have not, you didn't even want to be Puff Daddy no more. You wanted to be the Love and Mr. Love Doctor and all these other motherfucker shit, Snoop Lion. Y'all always trying to change y'all names. You didn't even want to be P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Or P. Daddy or whatever the fuck. You should have stayed Puff Daddy. Soon as you turned into Diddy, that's when all this other shit came out. you should have stayed motherfucker Puff Daddy, dude. Then you would have probably never be in the trouble you in right now, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You disowned Puff Daddy. Now you talking about Monique and her husband stole it from you. You know what I'm saying? Like if Monique want to call her husband daddy and it doesn't like bother her, like, you know what I'm saying? And she's comfortable with saying that, hey, that's her motherfucking business. You know how many times I had women in my past relationships call me shit that was worse. Call me shit like, damn, motherfucker, bitch, punk ass. Like, I've been called these kind of names. I'd rather would have been called daddy than half the shit that ex-girlfriends called me before. You know what I mean? I've been called peckerheads and all kinds of shit. So being called daddy to me is wonderful compared to the things I've been called before. And a woman got mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is crazy, man. We are surviving Diddy Glover. We got 1,000 people in the building. Continue to smash that like button. Y'all know I love all y'all. And I'm not going to let Diddy Glover just go at Monique because he mad because he ain't getting his shine. And Monique ain't inviting him to the motherfucking party on Club Shay Shay. You know what, Diddy? I got a good idea, dude. Why don't you go on Club Shay Shay and talk about these allegations and all this stuff that you got going on? Do you understand? Cat Williams' interview did 50 million views. Monique's interview is doing millions right now. If Diddy Glover goes on Club Shay Shay and tell his side of the story with Cassie and all of this freaky stuff and these parties and these alleged gay love affairs, all of this stuff, why don't you do an interview, Diddy? Like how R. Kelly was doing an interview, but don't get overwhelmed like he did. Remember R. Kelly, he was up there, man, they trying to kill me. They trying to kill every motherfucking body and stuff. They trying to kill me. They trying to kill R&B. Don't go up there and start crying like R. Kelly because it didn't work in his favor. At first, I was like, damn, I really kind of felt like R. Kelly meant what he was talking about. That they really was trying to assassinate him, you know. I really felt bad for him at that moment. I said, damn, no, he sound real sincere. But it ended up playing against him. What's that lady name that was sitting down? She was making it like she thought R. Kelly was going to try to hit her. She was like, hold on, calm down, my Robert. Robert, calm down, Robert. Calm down, goddammit. It's not me that's putting you in jail, Robert. It's your past mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You did. I know you struggle with reading, so you didn't read the questions that I was going to ask you. But she was acting like Gayle King. Gayle King act like R. Kelly was going to attack her. Did y'all notice that? I'm like, you know this man is not going to attack you. The whole motherfucker America is watching. Security, all kinds of shit. So Diddy, if you go up there and try to snap out, oh my God. But won't you sit and tell your story, Diddy Glover? Instead of keep trying to say people stole from you, they ain't giving you shout outs at Grammys, get up on Club Shay Shay. I bet you your interview would do 100 million. How many people believe if Diddy Glover does an interview, instead of doing these little subliminals, does a interview and talk about what happened with Cassie, with this other, boy, you can't speak on some shit because it's too much shit that's still like in the making. There's still alleged videotapes and sex offs and freak offs that still ain't come to the surface. So that's probably why you can't speak about it. But you need to do an interview and give your side of the story instead of just being a hater. Surviving Diddy Glover.
I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
You're very specific.
These are our heroes. How could you say their names out loud? Because they're the ones that did it. And if I don't say it out loud, now you see a woman that is swallowing that pain, that is so stressed out. Then you see our sister Taraji P. Henson sit on that platform. And I love that baby because she's a beautiful spirit. But to see her that broken, what our community was saying was, we have a hard time, some of us, we have a hard time seeing a strong black woman with a back straight and a chin up and a strong black man standing by her side. We have a hard time accepting that.
See, you have a hard time accepting that, Diddy, that she got a strong black man with a peanut head that she calls daddy, that's standing by her. You wasn't standing by her. You know what I'm saying? So if she called her husband daddy, that has nothing to do with you. He's a strong black man with a peanut head that she mentions at any cost. The man is showing Monique, like Monique is in love with her man, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's not there, or if he's just sitting on the other side waiting for his shout out, like Monique's husband sitting there. All right, now go ahead and mention me. God damn it, daddy's over here. I don't know how it worked. But she mentioned her man, and he's a strong black man in her eyes. So why don't you just let it be, Diddy? That she's not stealing from you. She's been calling him daddy. And she explained it right here. You know what I'm saying?
But we can accept seeing a black woman broken. Now it's really serious because she's falling apart. Our community had a hard time with those two things. And when I would hear people say, why is her husband there? Why is he there? It's a sad day when we're questioning why a black man would stand with his black woman. So when you hear black women saying we're the most undervalued, disrespected, underserved, mistreated, violated, exploited, we get all of that. Then you see a black man standing with his black woman saying, not on my watch. And you hear some black men saying, why her husband gotta be there? We're in a sad state of affairs.
So Diddy, if you allegedly try to sue Monique, you don't think that her daddy is gonna step up? You see what she pretty much saying, that her husband is gonna jump in the fight. Even if Monique start the fight and he gotta go in there and get his ass kicked, he's gonna jump in it. This is her daddy. Just like daddy, come on. Just like daddy. And you're jealous. And yo, listen, if every woman that's watching right now, if you call your man your daddy, Diddy pretty much saying that nobody can do that. I had it first. That it's trademarked. So motherfuckers can't call each other daddy no more, Diddy? If they call them somebody daddy, that they stealing from you. But no, you're saying that Monique and her husband was at your freak off party, and she did mention the party, and you told her about it, and now she's stealing it, and all she's doing is just saying why she speaks and hold her husband so highly. She didn't have her father growing up. She didn't have her father. You know, and her man stepped up like her dad and shit. Not only was he a best friend, her lover, homie lover friend, homie lover friend, homie lover friend. You know what I mean? But it's her daddy. That's her business. You can't say that somebody's stealing from you, Diddy. This is just sad. We are surviving Diddy Glover. We got 1,200 people in the building. Smash that like button. Monique explaining right now. This is letting you know right here on the interview. All she doing is bigging up her husband and calling him daddy because he's been having her back when nobody else did. Diddy Glover!
When we begin to question black love and black unity, so they didn't want to hear me, some of them, because of what I look like, because I spoke about their heroes, and because they saw that man standing right there strong.
Did they question the validity, because we had never seen this before, not so public, not so present.
Yes.
Did they question you and his relationship?
Me and my husband?
Yes.
When you say question,
What if like,
Look, she talking about she defending her husband at all costs. What's wrong with her defending her husband? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you know about Rockstar?
what's wrong with her defending her husband? Like Diddy Glover. Nobody's saying nothing about Usher defending you and Justin Bieber defending you. And you defending Justin Bieber and you defending Usher. They're sticking by your side. None of them ain't came out and made a confession about what they was doing at the parties and doing at your house when they were little minors and shit. The alleged things that's been on the internet. So oh man, this is just pure survival at its, I was lost for words when I heard that Diddy is allegedly trying to sue Monique or threatening to sue her for stealing his trademark. Daddy, you have not been Puff Daddy since the 90s, dude. Puff Daddy, you ain't been no daddy in Daddy's house. What music or what's been done through Daddy's house? Since you saying you talked to Monique about Daddy's house and you talked to a peanut head husband about Daddy's house. And I'm sorry I keep talking about his peanut head, but all the pictures I looked up and it was them two next to each other, I thought it was Timon and Pumbaa. You know what I'm talking about? Away, away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sings tonight. But Diddy, I'm not going to let you go at Monique and I'm not going to let you go at her peanut head husband. You know what I'm saying? Because she been calling him daddy. It's proof out there. And she explaining everything right here, man. Salute to everybody. Continue to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, you want to subscribe. Because we laugh and we survive over here. And share this video on all platforms.
Because they did, but I want to understand what
because, okay, Did they think that was your husband, or what was he, your manager? Because he's been everything.
Yes.
He's your lover. He's your manager.
Name
he's your
him.
confidant.
Name him.
He's the father.
Come on, name him.
Whatever he's all encompassing.
Yes.
He's a toolbox.
Yes. Ho, Diddy. This is what you mad for. I gotta get that shit back. Hold up. She said her husband is her daddy, her therapist, her cook, her chiropractor, her store runner, her probation officer, her tampons. She said her husband is everything to her. Is she wrong for that's how she feel? If the motherfucker putting it down to the point where, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of motherfucking rear end to be hitting from the motherfucker back. Look, peanut head, motherfucker, that's a lot of ass. But look, he hitting it from the back. He made her happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's, man, listen, she explaining her husband everything. I'm telling you, Diddy, I don't think you want to try this, Diddy Glover. I don't think you want to try to sue her.
Because we had never seen this before. Not so public, not so present.
Yes.
Did they question you and his relationship?
Being my husband?
Yes.
When you say question,
What is like?
Because they did, but I want to understand what.
Because, okay, did they think that was your husband, or what was he, your manager? Because he's been everything.
Yes.
He's your lover. He's your manager.
Name
he's your
him.
confidant.
Name him.
He's the father.
Come on, name him.
Whatever he's all encompassing.
Yes.
He's a toolbox with all the tools that Monique needs.
All of them.
And so when I heard people saying that, why is he there? Why does he have to be in every interview? Why does he have to be in the background? Why can't Monique do that? Why not?
Why not? Why not? And that's when you see, and these are my sisters, but when you see Taraji, when you see Viola, when you see our sisters speaking out, you never see their representation sitting right there with them. Mm-hmm. You never see them saying, listen, we got to fight together.
Right.
My husband is also my manager, which is my representation.
Right.
But again, we've been so beat down that some of us have a problem with this black man saying, I'm standing right here strong, right, and I will not flinch and I will not budge. What a sad state of affairs.
And that's my whole thing, Diddy. How you gonna try to sue her husband too when, like Monique's saying, yes, of course he gonna be at the party. Of course her husband's going to come to the party. Surviving Diddy Glover. He gonna make sure that Monique is not in one of them rooms at a freak off. You know what I mean? With a tennis ball in her mouth. You know, with the big thongs on. You know, so of course the husband's gonna make sure, Diddy, if anybody come to your party, they better have a motherfucking partner with them. You know what I'm talking about? They better have security, because you don't know what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get hugged from the front, you're gonna get hugged from the back. You know what I'm saying? You might walk in to go shake somebody's hand, and it might be somebody's pecker. Soon as you go into Diddy's party, oh my God, I just shook a motherfucking penis. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's gonna happen when you go to Diddy's parties. From what I done heard about the parties, you think you're shaking a hand and you're shaking a pecker. You know what I mean? And shake the pecker if you want to shake the pecker. I ain't got nothing to do. Listen, you're grown, have fun, do what you want to do. Your sexuality is your sexuality. Always remember that. But I'm saying, if you force something on someone, it's not right. Okay? I don't give a damn. You know, that's like if you try to force religion on somebody. You know, you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. You know what I mean? I'm never going to judge you. I love everybody, goddammit. I told you, everybody's money is green. Everybody bleeds the same. You know what I'm talking about? But everybody can enjoy my comedy. I wish I would say, look, only straight motherfuckers laugh at me. You out your mind. I want everybody. I want the LBG community to love my comedy. I want white people to love my comedy. I want black people to love my comedy. I want Chinese people to love my comedy. Everybody. God gave me this gift to give it to everybody. But I'm just going to tell you, Diddy is wrong for how he does it. You know, he won't even let you know. You just go in a room and everybody's naked, and it's just like, come on, just nigga, you ready? Pull your whip out your pecker. I whip your pecker, boy. You know where I live. I whip your pecker, boy, with the back of the steel. You just gotta go over there and just get naked and just not know. You be in a Marcus Houston video. Oh, baby, let's just get naked. Oh, hold on, baby. You know what I'm saying? You come in that motherfucker, they start spraying you down with baby oil and shit. You just don't know what's gonna happen in them parties. If you with it, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what's gonna happen and that's the type of time you on, that's something different. But Monique's husband went because she didn't know what was gonna happen at the party. And for you to try to say they stole your ideas, he didn't have no other choice but to be there, did he? So that don't mean that he was just sitting there writing it down. Monique said, "My husband's always there with me." You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
You never see them saying, listen, we got to fight together.
Right.
My husband is also my manager, which is my representation.
Right.
But again, we've been so beat down that some of us have a problem with this black man saying, I'm standing right here strong,
Right.
and I will not flinch and I will not budge. What a sad state of affairs we are now in, where you have people that look like you and I that would question why this man is standing there. That, for the life of me, is disheartening. When we heard Brother Malcolm say, we've been run amok, we've been hoodwinked, we're now doing it to ourselves. We're now doing it to ourselves. So when you said, Monique, it was different because we had never seen that before, you said their names. Let me say this, I'm not the first one.
Right.
I'm not the first one, but we get washed away in history so easily that we start thinking, oh, this is the first one. This is the first one. Her name is Claudette Colvin.
Like Monique, I'm telling you, I give you your props for coming out, man, speaking out. Like you said, you're not the first one, but I want to prove and I think all you guys already know, Monique's been calling her husband daddy. This has nothing to do with Diddy. Diddy Glover is just miserable right now. He's mad at Jay-Z and his hairstyle for not giving him a shout out. Didn't want to go to brunch with him. Threatening to expose people in Hollywood. You never spoke out before, Sean Puffy Combs. Surviving Sean Puffy Combs. Never speaking out. And now you want to speak out because you're back against the wall. You done tried to fake your death. You done tried to hang out with Russell Simmons. You done went over there in London. They didn't even want you over there. You done passed out and ended up in the hospital. All kinds of stuff. And it still ain't working for you, did he? Now I want to prove that Monique been said the reason why she called her man her daddy, call her husband her daddy. I'm gonna let y'all hear the truth. Matter of fact, because some of y'all already know, but I just want to discredit what Diddy trying to say that her and her husband was at the party, stole an idea from Diddy's house and all this stuff, daddy house or whatever. But that never happened. That never happened. That just never happened. And I'm not gonna let you sit there and lie and try to steal Monique Shine, Diddy. I just cannot let you do that, sir. Because I calls you out every time. Every time. We must survive Diddy Glover. We got to survive together.
Like, and then she went into work.
We have to survive together. You know what I mean? I'm going to shout out to this brother, the Armike Wiggers. I don't know your name, dude. I'm trying to say the Armike, my reading is terrible. The Airmon Wiggers show. I heard this dude talking about why Monique calls her husband daddy. It has nothing to do with you, Diddy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you right now, Airmon, you look like, I don't know if you know Tommy Sortermaker, but you look like you could be Tommy Sortermaker's son. And you look like your name should be Dwayne. But shout out to your platform, dude. But look, he break it down on why Monique really called her husband daddy.
All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armani. We're back with another video. Get in here, everybody get in here. We got to get into some things, okay? We got a couple things we're going to talk about today.
Now,
first on our list is Monique and Sir Sidney, a.k.a. Daddy. All right, so the thing is, Monique is kind of going viral right now because she went on and did an interview, and she explained why she calls her husband Daddy. Now, in my opinion, I was a little grossed out.
Yeah, I was grossed out at first too. When I heard that she called her husband daddy, because I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it, but I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Because I've heard the Big Daddy, go ahead, Big Daddy, do it again, Big Daddy. But when she just kept calling him daddy, when I first heard it, I was a little like disturbed. I said, damn, it's some controlling shit. But I'm like, Monique don't look like he can beat her in a fight. So, what's going on? But that's to each his own. Like I said, everybody got their own thing. But I was a little grossed out too at first.
Explain why she calls her husband daddy. Now, in my opinion, I was a little grossed out. I was a little uncomfortable. Okay. And why she calls him daddy, I don't know if this is an old Southern thing. Now, I'm seeing mixed reviews in the comments. I'm personally a little uncomfortable. I'm going to let you guys hear what she said, and you guys let me know what you
Because
thought.
he's raising me.
Okay.
And a lot of black women would say, why do you call him daddy?
Mm.
Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I...
He's raising me is crazy. And then she's finna go on. Let me go.
Now he's raising me. That is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because at first, like I said, if you call, calling, your significant other daddy, I'm thinking in a, kind of sexual fun way. Like, you know what I mean? Call me daddy. Call me again. Call me daddy. Rub my big square head, four corner head, and call me daddy. I'm thinking like a sexual fun type of thing. But when she said like it's something connected to her actual dad, now that's something different, Monique, but that's still your thing. I have nothing to do with that. But it is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? But but I'm just trying to prove, Monique, that you didn't steal this from Diddy. This is sentimental to you. This is something that happened with your father not being there for you, and you chose to turn your man into your actual father in replacement. You know what I'm saying? I got two daughters, but I'm in their life, so I don't know what it's like for a young lady to grow up and not have her father. I know a lot of females that come from broken homes that ain't had their dad. A lot of them was shot out that I know that was in the streets. You know what I mean? And things like that. So, it's different.
say, why do you call him daddy?
Mm.
Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I...
He's raising me is crazy. And then she's finna go on. Let me go back. That's crazy. Like, and then she went into her father stopped giving her what he's giving. So this is like you sleeping with your dad. Like, so this is like a daddy. Like, just I'm gonna let it finish. I'm gonna let it finish. But I'm really weirded out.
And a lot of black women would say, why do you call him daddy? Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I was around 13 years old. So now you got...
Yeah, that's different. That's different. These motherfuckers, that's different.
Now I got a bunch of money, what we consider to be a bunch of money. Let me just be real clear about that, okay? Now I got this money. Now I'm taking care of everybody. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna make me grow up? But when we were just best friends, and when we got together, this is what he said to me. He said, when we were best friends and you were married to other men, you were not my responsibility. You were my sister, but not my responsibility. As my wife, you are my responsibility.
See, now listen, like I said, Monique got a different kind of terminology because I just caught that. She said before they got together, her husband, her daddy today said that you were my sister. So now she was your sister and then you became her father. That is a little awkward, but as I say, I don't judge Monique. You know what I mean? That's what they got going on. You got to understand, when people are adults, long as it's not no kids, you know what I mean? That's too young, like Dwayne Wade's daughter or whatever now. I didn't think that was appropriate because I don't feel like a young kid should be able to have that much control to make that kind of decision. But once you a grown motherfucker, if that's what you want to do, I don't give a shit. Surviving Diddy Glover, that's on you because you're a grown adult. So whatever Monique, if he was her brother at first and then he became the father, cool. That works for them. My only thing is, Diddy Glover, I'm trying to prove that Monique's been calling her husband her father way before you. You know what I mean? Way before did anything to do with that. You stop calling yourself Puff Daddy. So you can't get mad that somebody else is going around and using daddy and stuff like that. After you allegedly sexually harassed Meek Mills on top of that pool, kept calling, yeah, daddy, I like the way you, yeah, daddy, the way you, oh, yeah, daddy, get the floaties, put the floaties on your arms, daddy. That man couldn't even swim in peace. And you just kept daddying him over and over and over. Yes, put the floaties on, daddy. Yes, throw the ball out there, daddy. Oh man, just the way you just throwing that ball in that water, Meek Mills. Yes, daddy, you just did it. Oh, we got to get back in the studio, daddy, and let's talk about this. You can't get mad. Monique's been calling this man daddy. It's something that her upbringing, Diddy. It had nothing to do with her being at your party, your alleged freak off, and her husband stealing your ideas, man. I had to call you out for this, but I'm just wanting to prove that Monique's been saying this. You never said nothing about Monique mentioning daddy before when this was all viral. Now you want to say somebody's stealing your stuff? You're crazy, dude.
How did you feel about that? Because then it even got more weird to the end, because then it was like, when you are married to other men, you are my sister, not my responsibility. So it went from being her being your sister, you being her brother, to now you being her baby or her daughter, his daughter, and he being your daddy. I don't know. Sometimes I think Monique gets too deep for her own self, and just because she's talking slow and soft and kind of getting in, like, how people can talk like very prolific, and you trying to go with like, oh, okay, that was deep. Okay, that really made a lot of sense. That didn't make sense. That actually made me feel very uncomfortable.
Now, and you know what? And that's his opinion. That's his opinion. As an adult, you have an opinion. You know what I mean? But the whole point is, Diddy Glover, I'm going to need for you, sir, to go somewhere and sit down. I just wanted to prove that Monique's been calling her husband her daddy for a long time. Okay? And that's their little thing, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you, sir, have been making complaints, threatening to expose people in the industry, and you never wanted to be a good Samaritan before when all of this stuff was going on, sir. And now Jay-Z's disowned you. You know what I'm saying? Cassie out there spending the money with the dude, the personal trainer she married that you hired. Nothing's going your way, sir. And you're mad. And now you're going to go as far as to say that you allegedly threatening to sue Monique and her husband for stealing your daddy trademark. Your daddy. And we ain't called you Puff Daddy since B.I.G. was alive. Rest in peace to B.I.G. You ain't been Puff Daddy since the 90s, dude. Take that, take that. Bump that. Love when I dance to the music. Make me want to hands as a smooth bit. Bump that. You ain't been daddy that long. You changed your name up and then all this freak shit came out. You know what I mean? All of this sick stuff and these victims. You should have stayed daddy. Then I would have said it made sense. If you was calling yourself Puff Daddy right now up to this thing, I'll say, okay, Monique and her husband stole that. They better stop. You know what I mean? But Diddy, right now you're at the point of desperation, and I get it. I get it. And we must meditate for Diddy. And hopefully, if you just shut up and sit down, Diddy, and let some time go by, then hopefully you can get your career back. Okay? But we must meditate. Every breath you take, every move you make, every single breath, I'll be watching you.